Hey guys, it's Mr. Wood here. You can see I'm here at the lecture hall. Just wanted to talk to you today about why we write. Of course, this is coming out of chapter 1 in our material, specifically 1.1. But why do we write? Writing is essential when it comes to our daily life. We write in many different scenarios, and we may not think about it as writing is normal. We write to communicate. Communication is key. Now, we may write in different situations. You obviously will have some sort of communication when it comes to writing with your friends, your family, people you work with, people you go to school with, and those may be all different scenarios. You're going to have different types of professionability with them, where you may be very casual with your friends. You may use all sorts of slang and maybe words or situations that you've come up with within your group. You may have a demeanor with your family in which maybe stuff's a little more censored, a little more clean. You want to make sure you're making mama happy or grandma, and so you maybe have a much cleaner demeanor than you normally do with your friends. And of course, in the professional space or with your teachers or fellow students, you may develop a sort of professional sense where you want them to see you as being intelligent. You want them to see you as you belong in this space, and so you're going to conduct yourself that way. All these things are ways that we communicate. And so we communicate through text messages, through emails. Some may still write letters. In a professional sense, you're going to communicate to emails to your professors when you're going to be late or miss class. In an office, you communicate things through email or through memos that give statuses on what's going on, so you can communicate these ideas. With your friends, I said very informal, very text messages. You may still write letters. Some people still do that. But we write to communicate. Communication is important. We also have to be aware of how we're communicating. Because when we put something out there in communication, whether that's a text message, an email, a letter, an essay, a book, one of the key problems when it comes to communicating is that once it leaves us, we no longer have control over it. We're not allowed to take it back, because a lot of times once you send something, it's permanent. Some phones and text messaging apps, you may send out a message and you may be able to recall it, but if you don't do it quick enough, it's there. We've all have sent a text message and wanted to take it back, or had to go back and explain why we said that or what we meant by saying that, because somebody mistook our words. And that's why it's important to be clear in your communication. It's important to be able to deliver those ideas effectively. And so as we become better writers, as we strive to work in this academic space or professional space, we have to learn how to communicate our ideas clearly. We want to make sure that people understand what we mean. And so we see this a lot of times when we look at things. You think about if you got a new piece of furniture or a new gadget, you're going to get instructions with it. And if you don't know how to use that product, that gadget, you're going to want to figure it out. Well, there's no better way to figure out than have instructions to figure it out. More often today, we are looking at things like YouTube to find instructional videos on how to do something. And it's real frustrating when you find a product or something that you can't find something to help you explain. Just for instance, this weekend, I was putting together a gate to go in a doorway for my wife so our dogs wouldn't get into spaces they're not supposed to. Well, I'm putting together this gate, and there's some pieces that don't fit right. And I could not figure out why they wouldn't fit right. And so I look at the instructions. The instructions are very unclear. And as a customer or somebody who has this, it's very frustrating because you want to be able to figure this out. It should be easy. And so the next thing I go to is YouTube and figured somebody's got to have the same problem. Well, there was no videos on it. There's videos on how to put this gate together, but they skipped over the thing that I was having issues with. And so I find a solution. It's maybe not the right solution, but I found a solution to fix it. And so when we are delivering those ideas, when we're delivering our communication, we want to make sure that we're clear so people don't confuse our ideas. We want them to be clear so they understand it, so that we are making clear and concise ideas. But we write to make sure that we are effectively communicating.